Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another airbrush step by step. We are doing a vintage portrait today and here's some of the bits we are using in today's video. So they're the bits we're using in today's video, guys. Different brush. I've got my old custom micron, the brush we're using today. So it's going to be nice to pick this one up again, side feed. The paint we've got Wicked, Createx Wicked version 2 black, just mixed straight with isopropanol, guys. You've seen in that little clip, we've got some mixed up here. Nice mix. The actual picture is on A3. The piece of paper is A3 cartridge paper you've seen in that little clip. I've projected her up and penciled her out. The only other things I'm going to be using is shields on this and an eraser to erase out any unwanted pencil lines. So we will move in and we will do what we always do for a start off, is test the brush and test your paint flow. We might need to tweak it. We're going to tweak the air pressure. See you in a minute. Right guys, first thing I've been doing is just going over and just testing this brush because I've not used it for a while. Just give it a good clean. This thing gets ridiculously down. It really does. Very nice triggers on these. Right, so the places where we are going to start is the eyes. We're going to start working the eye in, centre of the eye. Just drop a little bit of paint in. And the top part of this eye. Just going nice and light. I'm going to grab a shield. This curve in here. Eyelashes. A little bit of fade there, just in the corner of that eye. And we can just build on this. Just build it up. little bit around the bottom of the eye. And then coming in here, there's like a little drop shadow around here that comes down the side of the nose, which is soft. Fade this one up. Dark in here. Like that. Bit down the side of the nose. Just fade that over the top slightly. Down this side of the nose. Just coming into that eye there. Beauty of these brushes is they deliver the paint so softly, they really do. I think I may have a very slightly damaged needle. Just seems to be spraying slightly off. We'll manage it though. It's just a slight, I think it's a little bit on the end of the needle. It's just making it spray off. But it's still accurate. You can't even hear the air pressure. I mean, that's right up to the mic. We're running probably 6 psi on this. Just coming into this shadow here. Down the side of the face, and we're just going to take that in slightly. Bring it down. Take that one over there a bit, darken this one up a tad. In here. Work in the centre of the eye again. These will go a lot darker. This is the first sort of pass. eyebrow. Just going to do some little dagger strokes, and then I'll just sort of puff a bit of paint over. Like that. We're going to take a little bit of fade up into here. Like that, and we've got another one here. Coming over, goes a little bit darker. Around that bit. Then we're just going to do a soft pass, just put a little bit more over that forehead. Darken this up. Right, I'm just going to pick the other shield up. Right, I've grabbed the shield and we can now just go in and just sharpen out these eyes. More here. Take that bit just up over this side a bit soft shade. We'll move on to this eye. Do that shade there. Centre of the eye again. just get these put in place. Some little just very lightly has an edge to it around the bottom. Just dust a little bit in, a little bit at the bottom of the eye. Coming round. And just gotta bring that. Round. Up there. Just building up the edges of these eyelashes. And the ones around the top. Like that, darken this out. Over here. Down here. Darken this crease in here. A little bit there, a bit darker here. Just give that a little bit more there. A little bit darker here. Eyebrows, just follow the shape because they go in that direction. like that. We've got a shadow down here. It does a little bit darker here. A little bit coming in on face coming down. Just going to put a tone in here. Coming round. One coming round here. Up into the nose area. Quite as straight. Backing off with a brush to fill it. Bottom of the nose. Coming up the side of the nose. A little bit on the front, around the top. Just a little kick on the bottom of the nose here. Like that, a little bit of shading coming round. Take up the nose there. Darken this shadow here. Coming down. Darken this shadow. Just going to roll that one off a bit more up there. Down under the nose here. Drop the nostril in. Do the next one. A little bit of shading here. So we've got that part in. We can now go in with the eraser and just knock out the pencil lines that I don't want. This will just soften it up. Take that highlight one out there. Put one there. That can come out. That can. These ones. So that's all in place and we can just build on that now. Go back in on this eye. And just start to darken the bits out. Another pass on the eyebrows. Back over to this one. Just colouring it in. All the markers are there on the first pass, and now you're just going in and darkening it off. Back in on the eyebrows. Like that. We can go darker on this. In here. A little bit more on this one. More of a line in here. More of a line in this one as well. And then we've got this piece, that piece. We can get rid of them ones now. And that one. Right, we'll drop the lips in. Feels quite nice to pick this brush up, even though I think we've got a little dink on the front of that needle. I really do. It does feel nice to pick it up. Drop some colouring on this lip. Get the highlights, we can drop the highlights in on the lip a little bit later. A little bit more in here. Down. Then a bit more down the side of this nose. Right, we got that in. Just going to run a little. There's like another line there, and then it goes into this one. Just going to drop some paint in. A bit more down here. Come round here. Darker here. Back in on the eye. A little bit more. A few little textures in there. Same with this one, just a little. Few little tiny little dot textures, so if they're there we'll drop them in. And this brush, you can just do it. You can literally just put the air on and you're just nudging, vibrating the trigger with your finger, and it just puts what you want down. It just does it. Same up here, there's a few little dots. Like that, that'll do. Right, we'll have a little pause. Just grabbed the Posca and we'll just drop the highlights and make the eyes pop. Like that, there's a few little bits underneath. Probably go a little tone just slightly in this one inside the middle of the eye, but drop the ones on the lips. I need to put my glasses on, I can't see. There, little one on the nose. Tiny little one on the eye, like that. That's the highlights in, and then they're in place then, so if you need to go back in and just retouch them up, you can do. I'm going to go a little bit softer on that. We're going to drop a little bit more. In this eye. There. And you can literally, if you can see that on that picture, you've got the white dot and then you've got the tiny little dot next to it. I can literally go round that little dot and keep it there with this brush. That's how precise these brushes are when it comes to getting down on fine stuff. Bring these out a little bit more. Like that. There's a few here. Right, I think that'll do for the eyes. darken these ones off. Like that. So we've got that bit in. Now we've just got to start working. Take your pick. We can come down this way. We could start the hair here. We could start the hat. Once you get the main sort of like eyes, the face in, then you can just start working wherever you want. I mean, you could start on the hat if you wanted and work that in first and just work down. But I always tend to sort of work the eyes, work out, get that bit in. And then once we've got the darks in on this hairline, this will go really dark. Then you'll see how much more tone you can put in here because you're staring at white next to it. You're putting a pass down thinking, yeah, that's dark enough. But then once you get the dark here, that will look light. So I've got a shield. I've basically penciled out her face on another piece of card. I'm just going to cut that piece out so I can plonk it on, and then we can work away from the face and put the darks in. So I'll cut that out now and I'll see you in a minute. So I've got this cut out. It's as near as, damn it, I can hold it up to it. I'm just going to drop this dark edge in here. A little bit more paint. And then we'll see what the face looks like when it's got the darker edge on it. Just mind the earring. Ooh. Yeah, I cut this shield out really well. Got some little, right up close on this bit, we've got some little sort of hairs coming across. Where's my other shield? You can see now, once you put this dark line in, these drop shadows can look a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter here. And here. In the corner of this eye, you can just tell where you just need to tone it down that little bit more once you go darker to the side. like that. You can continue this one to be a little bit sharper up here, like that. We've got a dark coming down here. We've got sort of like a bit of hair coming here. Just a little bits coming this way. Like that, and then just put a fade into them. A lot of this hair's in shadow, so you don't see a lot of it. But I will put some sort of just some like lines going up, because this bit is sort of out of shadow very slightly and then goes into dark. Same on this bit here. This is sort of it's not a very straight line, it's sort of a fuzzy line because there's like a little bit of hair there. We've got the ear, we've got the centre of the ear in. Dark in here. That's quite. We'll just sharpen that bit up. And that just fades off into the hair. There's a little bit there. This piece here is soft. Coming down, a little bit of paint. That's that bit in. These just come down a little bit lighter here. The rest of this is going to be dark. All this will be dark here. get rid of the lines that we don't want. Just get them out of the way. I've got a little soft line coming down here. Just lifting the shield off and just bounced a little bit of paint off the side of the shield. And these can be dropped in. Little squiggly patterns again, guys, on this for the earring. We can now drop this in and here, as this is going to go dark. And we can knock the pencil line off that. And then this is just a soft shade. Like that, it's like a double. This will pop even more the minute this gets darker here. Let's see how it pops. Down here. Work this in. Oh, a bit of a smudge on the shield. That's okay, because I can bring that neckline in just slightly. And we can just blend that in and hide that like that. Drop the bottom of that in. There's a little pencil off that. Side of the ear. Let's just get that. In. A little bit up there, just put a bit of paint in there. Like that. Right, we can do the same to the other earring. Just get that in place. Round the earring with the shield. Like that. Shield that face off again. Like that. This one I can take the centre off this again. Just erase that off. Similar sort of look. So we've got them bits in. I can now take that line out. That little one there. That's all in so far. Just run that up here. We've got this piece here, curve coming in, coming down. I can run that straight in here. We've got a little bit here coming in. Little bounce on this line, dark in here. Just fades out, so we're going from a dark in this corner, and we'll just fade that up, get rid of that pencil line. Just drop this in. That does come up there like that. Just need to lose that pencil line. Just fade this down. Right. Down. going to tone a little bit in here. Because we've got a swoop coming in here. Little kick here. Comes up to a line here. Very faint one. Should have done it freehand. Right guys, I've had a little break and we're going to continue on. We're going to start working some of this hair in. A lot of this is in sort of shadow, so I'm just going to put where the highlight areas are with some little dagger strokes. Work this in. Definitely need a new needle in this. The tip of it is, it's just spraying off. When you look at the side, it's just kicking up and it's not putting out a perfect point. It is old though. It's got to be 10 years old now that's been in this brush. It's been knocked, bang, dinked into the paper, so it's not done too bad. But we've got the portrait down so far, so we'll continue on with it. With using the custom Takumi, I can instantly tell the difference between the two needles, and they're both 018s. This just isn't hitting that real fine that I want, but it's enough for the hair. Just working it up on the dagger strokes. Just building the tones up. take a lot to build this up with a colour. Soon get through the paint when you're blasting hair textures. Alright, we'll concentrate on this, get this bottom piece in. In this corner, there's some going to get the Oscar on these little bits here. And the earring. That's that bit in. Right, we will continue. I'm going to drop this part of the hat in up here. This really isn't spraying nice. One minute it is, and the next minute it's doing like a blown out line, so it's definitely the needle that's gone. Definitely. Nothing worse. A little bit along there. Yeah, I think we're going to swap brushes. That is really doing my head in, that needle. New needle for the micron. Right. Straight onto the custom Takumi, and this should work okay. Dark in here. Drop a tone in there, in there. Yeah, this one's a lot more on point. Right, we'll move back down to the bottom. Straight edge off here. Get a tone in. And I'm working right next to the edge of the easel here. Bit of a pain. Coming up a little bit on that chest area there. A little bit here. There, I've got a bit here. Yeah. Don't mind a bit of overspill onto that. Out of paint. It's going down. like that. Right, that ain't far off there. Not far off. Darks in here. Shields. Just this part of the hair, and then we can go and get some highlights in. Just going to drop these shapes in and then fill in the gaps. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera, guys. It's moment to have to work across this side for the camera. I'll move the camera over to the other side. That's better. Now I'm at the position I want to be at. Right, let's have a look at this. You've got to put a lot of paint down on this hair to get it, because it's so thin. Piece in here. Little flick out on that. In here. little bit up there. Just dropping a load of highlights in. We're going to go back over with the colour. I'm going to mix a darker tone of this up. What I'll do is I'll buzz this hair out because I'm just working around what I've done. I'll see you in a bit, guys. There you go, guys. I didn't want to put you through the painstaking bit of going over the hair again. Once you've seen a hair stroke go down and the shape of it, you're just basically going over again. We went in with the black just so we could pop these highlights out more. So I dropped the black in on that, just dropped a few darker bits where the sort of shadows are on a dress straps coming down that's on the picture. Pop the highlights back in on the bits of the earring and the centres of the eye. Dropped a little bit of black on the centre of the eye and around the eyes. Job done. I'm going to call that one finished. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, on this 50s style portrait in two colours. We've used two blacks. We've used an FW ink black to go over the hair, and then we used the Wicked Createx Wicked Black, thinned out with isopropanol, real thin mix, because you see we built this up in the layers as we went along, and it gives it that nice sort of monotone vintage style look. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Picked a few tips up along the way doing this process. Take it nice and light. My micron has got a very slight, it's not a kink in the needle because you can't feel the kink in the needle. And then I took it out, put it on a flat surface on 3000 grit, wet and dry, tinkered with it and it straightened it a bit, but it's just kicking up on the spray. When I spray it against black and notice it, I mean, it was tight, really tight on the details, getting it down, not a problem, but I can just tell. And then when I picked up the Custom Takumi on the same 018, completely different. I just knew that needle was absolutely true. So a new needle for mine, but we got it done in the end. So drop your comments, tell me your thoughts. If you are liking this sort of content and learning something, hit that subscribe, because there is more people that aren't subscribed to the channel that watch the channel than the people that are subscribed. So if you are liking it, just hit the subscribe and press that notification, then you'll get notified on the next videos coming up. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.